Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to another trying on new skincare. Yes, I'm doing this a little early this month because I am absolutely dying to try these new products from Skin1004. This is the new Probio-Cica collection from Skin1004. A lot of you have been asking about it. Stylevana kindly sent over the 3 new products for me to try out, and we're going to try them out today. I'm also going to round out this routine with a few products from Prem, which is the next brand review you're going to see on this channel. I will confess it's a little funny to be doing Prem because it's one of those brands where I've been using their products for a long time, and yet somehow I've never done a brand review, so it kind of feels like I'm revisiting a lot of products, although I am trying a few new ones. Our final video will be mostly on their sunscreens because I know Prem is pretty known for their sunscreen, so we're going to try on the newest sunscreen in today's video. And I'm actually somehow starting this video with, in spite of that whole discussion, a product from Prem I have not tried. It's just a little sample size that came in the kit that I had bought with the Safe Me products. This is the Low Irritant and Mild Acid Foam pH 5.5 Safe Me Relief Moisture Cleansing Foam. And yes, I figure I should probably start trying this. And it is mainly because I've been suspecting this will be the type of cleanser I don't love as much personally, but let's try to mix some water in to this little swatch here and see if it is a true foaming cleanser. Okay, so it is, but it's not quite as foamy as some of the other cleanser options from Korean brands, so I might actually like this. Why did I put off trying this? But y'all, honestly, why did I put off trying this just kind of describes my whole experience with Prem. I'm pretty excited for our brand review. I think it'll be interesting. While I wash my face with this, let me tell you about my headband. So I bought this one to wear around Easter, but the reality with Easter in the US is that it's just not that big of a deal. So I forgot about Easter entirely. And then I found this headband and I was thinking, oh no, it's too late to wear it on the channel now. And I realized, no, it's probably never too late given the name that I chose for this channel. The only thing is, admittedly, I don't know if this really looks like bunny ears. It did in the package, but let me go ahead and ruin this headband for you. Doesn't it look a little more like pig ears? It's a proportion issue. If I was a very, very small human like a child, it would probably be a bunny ears headband, but no, it's definitely pig ears on me. It's okay, I like making fun of myself. It's all good. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse off this cleanser. Yeah, this is nice so far. Let me report back after I rinse off. I'm back. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. It reminds me a lot of what's considered the kind of more gentle K-beauty cleansers. Think the Hamish All Clean. It reminds me of that, not the most gentle, still a foaming cleanser, but I liked it. Again, though, you did see I used a tiny amount. I gotta say one more thing about making fun of myself. I'm so glad I have this personality. I think that if I didn't, it would be impossible for me to continue making YouTube videos. Some of y'all know, YouTube comments can be a little rough. Meanwhile, I'm over here typically laughing at them. I get so many comments from people who hate my voice, and do you think I love my voice? No, I don't think it's a great voice. Does this sound like a radio voice to you? I am aware of it, which is why it's easy for me to reply to those comments by saying something like, I would encourage you to support my fund for buying myself a Darth Vader voice changer. These people that leave these comments, they got put forth some money so that I can sound like Darth Vader instead of my usual voice. That would solve all the problems. All right, let's move on to these Skin1004 products. We are starting with the Probio-Cica Essence Toner. Now, usually Skin1004 puts their exfoliants into their toners. For more information on this, see my Skin1004 video. However, this is the Probio-Cica line. It's a line made for soothing, calming, strengthening, so it'll be surprising to me if this does exfoliate. Let me take a moment to look at the ingredients list here. Ceramide NP, Medecasic acid, Asiaticacide. This is not looking like an exfoliant. Oh, raspberry ketone. Interesting choice, Skin1004. Raspberry ketone smells quite nice. It's one of those ingredients where, is it a fragrance or isn't it? I mean, it is. But you could also argue it's not in the same way as essential oils. This is what makes the whole fragrance debate so difficult. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh, speaking of raspberry ketone, I'm familiar with that from my field of nutrition. There was a period of time where raspberry ketone was the hottest supplement, which made absolutely no sense at all. Raspberry ketone is a supplement, come on. But what had happened is, I think it was Dr. Oz started saying it was a miracle in a pill fat burner. Gigantic waste of money if you ask me. Oh, I should also tell you, these are not my lashes. I'm wearing Falscara, that multiple day false lashes system. Did I even need that cloth with this? Let me see if it's kind of, it actually is kind of more viscous than most of their toners. This is definitely a different toner for Skin1004. Let's move along to the Probio-Cica Intensive Ampoule. This one, for some reason, it looks so different from their other ampoules to me. I guess it is just because of the brown bottle. Now I won't easily know how much is left. Oh no, I will. Okay, you can still make it out. Probably not on, look at that, you can see on camera. You can still see through the packaging. I'm assuming they did this to protect the ingredients inside. So let's see what's in this ampoule before we try it on. So we do have some niacinamide, lactobacillus cica extract, Centella asiatica I should say, allantoin panthenol, ceramide, hyaluronic acid, and again, indeed, the active constituents of cica. Let's give this a try. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting it to be creamy for some reason. Oh my goodness. What on earth? It's creamy. And it's almost, do you see that? It's almost stringy. Y'all, this is so nice to apply. I do like to go heavy with the Skin1004 ampoules because they still sink into your skin really nicely, and this one is actually really nicely sinking in. I was wondering if it was going to be one of those that kind of sits on the surface of my skin for a bit, but no, it's absorbing right into it in spite of its quite different texture. I'm gonna let that absorb into my skin for a moment because it actually, since it wasn't what I expected, we now have a creamy ampoule and a creamy serum, so I'm just gonna let it sit for a moment. Anyway, how is everyone doing? I had the funniest thing happen to me yesterday. It's been a while since we talked about the Brain DJ, but I think you all seem to understand what I was talking about there. That's the DJ inside of our heads that chooses our soundtrack for the day. Question though, does your Brain DJ actually mix between the songs like a DJ on the decks? Mine does, and it might be a consequence of the fact that I sort of can DJ. Don't get your hopes up too high though. I hate DJing. I hate the pressure involved in choosing the song because you know most of the time there's going to be somebody out there who does not like the song you've chosen, and I will feel guilty about it, so I could never actually be a DJ. Anyway, my Brain DJ yesterday, it did the most genius mix. I was so proud of it. I was over here going, oh my gosh, brilliant, write that one down. Here's what it did, okay? It started with 9 Inch Nails' The Great Below, okay? You got that song in your mind. And then towards the end of that song, it suddenly started mixing into Star Wars: The Imperial March. Oh. Let's move on to the Make Prem Ida-Benone Lifting Ampoule. This one, it's one of those products where I could use this as a substitute for vitamin C, which is what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, but otherwise I kind of ignored this product for a while. I bought it probably last October. Anyway, we're gonna test it out this month. Full review, of course, will be coming at the end of the month. It does feel nice. It does feel really nice to apply. Do y'all know Ara actually was a DJ? I should say was, since she holds a quite prestigious job now, but yeah, true story. And hilarious story, that is absolutely how we met. I was a little hoop dancer as a side gig while I was getting my master's degree. Let me tell you, that is a great way to supplement the poverty you live in as a grad student. It's just so funny though, because I definitely did date people within, you know, my academic world, and yet R and I is what stuck, and she has a really good job now. I gotta give it to her. But I've asked Ara, how do you do it? How are you comfortable with choosing the songs that everybody in the entire room is going to be listening to? And she's like, no, it's not hard. You just have to read the crowd. I don't know how to read a crowd. I have no idea how to read a crowd. I think everyone likes the Beatles' Hey Jude. Does anyone not like that song? That is my default everyone likes it song. But I don't know if everyone likes the same hip hop I do. Do other people like bluegrass? I don't know. I love bluegrass. Which is an extra layer of hilarious because I don't like country. I like bluegrass, I like Zydeco, I don't like country. That's my one exception. I like pretty much all genres except I can't do country. I think what it is with bluegrass though is it really has its roots in gospel, and I grew up IFB, so I'm quite familiar with all of those songs and the stories attached to them. Let's move on to this moisturizer. I'm really in a chatty mood today. I hope you all enjoy Chats with Alice. This is such cute packaging. It is in a jar, but it comes with your little scoop down here that is so nice. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's a really nice scoop, actually. Look at that. It's big. I bought one of these big scoops from Glow Recipe for $10. How much does this whole thing retail for? Wait, before I get into it. Ingredients. Yeah, predictably it does have a similar ingredients list to the other two products. I suspect it will be a little thick. Let's see. Thick and stringy, kind of like the Ampoule we just tried. I'm just gonna scoop off the lid here though, because waste not, waste not. Let's try just dabbing a little bit here so we can see how it, oh, it's a thicker one for sure. Admittedly, I feel Skin1004 needed this in their collection. All of their moisturizers were kind of lightweight. I might really like this. If you saw my Numbuzzin' trial, you know I like these thicker moisturizers. Oh, that's so nice on my dry skin. Speaking of exes and the IFB, so one day I was with my ex years and years ago, and I was just walking around the house singing Amazing Grace, the full Amazing Grace, and he said to me, he goes, are you just making up extra lyrics? I was so taken aback by this. I was just thinking, do you think I am that poetic? Do you think I can come up with When We've Been There 10,000 Years, bright shining as the sun? I don't even like the sun. What an obnoxiously large, big, burning ball of light. Ugh. But I feel like it's gotta be one of those things where if you grew up in the church, then you know. And yet if you didn't, you only know snippets of how big of a deal Amazing Grace actually is. It's not just that it's a really good song, it's actually a great story. John Newton, the author or creator of Amazing Grace, is one of the rare mid-1700s individuals who understood the Bible's point. He originally was, in fact, a slave trader. Things we don't like to talk about, but we should. It's real history. We should. It's terrible, but it's real history. And he read the Bible and realized that that is not WWJD. So he became an abolitionist and was actually quite influential in terms of helping to stop the slave trade. Oh yeah, so I'm really good at religion and philosophy trivia. Real good at that. You would think I would be amazing at science trivia. The problem is, I'll know the answer to a question, but rather than let it come out of my mouth, I let it sit in my brain and kind of question it for a bit, and then somebody else will spit out the answer before me, and I'm over here going, oh God, so embarrassing for me. I used to do that as a kid too. Multiple choice exams were so hard for me because I would really overthink all of the different choices on the exam. Even though I would know it, I would overthink it and I would change my answer to the wrong thing sometimes. I've really come to realize sometimes just have a little faith in yourself, blurt it out, you're probably right. On some topics, terrible at sports trivia. Oh, so bad. I pretty much just assume everyone's name is probably Todd. It's probably Todd, Maybe Bill, I don't know. Who won the 1968 football challenge? It was probably Todd. I bet it was Todd. Final step. Did I even mention this is an AM skincare routine? I should have said that sooner in the video. Anyway, sunscreen is our final step this morning, and I am using, I think this is the newest Make Prem sunscreen. I have so many of them from this brand now. This is the UV Defense Me Watery Capsule Sun Cream. Yes, sun cream. Honestly, I didn't like this when I first tried it on, but now I do really like this. So let me go ahead and show you the application of this. Okay, we're gonna start with the one finger. Moving on to the second finger. Now I can finally put the bottle down and use both hands. Do you see how it's kind of shiny? I will come back in 5 minutes. That's enough time, I think, so you can see the shine factor is a bit more reduced. It's still a little shiny. I think all sunscreens are a little shiny, but in the end, it kind of reminds me more of the Skin1004. No, I should probably say the Eccentree, because the Skin1004 always feels lighter, whereas the Eccentree kind of does do this. It starts out really glowy and then kind of it gets dialed back a bit. I actually really like this. I've been defaulting to this a bit too much when I've got other Make Prem sunscreens I need to be testing out this month. I think it's going to be 5 or 6 sunscreens I'll end up comparing. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I do want to give you some conclusions from this little piggy here. I do want to say I did a morning routine today. If you have oily skin, you're probably not going to like this, especially as a day cream. Maybe as a night cream though, I can see that working out possibly. It's still definitely, it feels like this line was developed for dry skin, which I really appreciate, but just as a heads up. Really a chatty video today. I think you got to experience a little more in my personality in today's video, but hey, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again to stylevana for sending over the Skin1004 collection and also this newest sunscreen. But that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next time.